flea market going on. We have gospel singing here on the stage at 2 p.m. We use a different group every Sunday, some of the gospel groups around this part of the country. So you'll enjoy it. Plan your weekends to come by the old Southern Steakhouse Flea Market Music Hall in Daysville, Kentucky. Hello, Dean Francis.
How you doing there, Libby?
I'm doing fine. You're all looking great, and I know you're going to sound great.
Oh, I'm there. And we're going to take a stab at it.
Put your hands together and fit. Now, get it, folks. Dean Francis.
Thank you. We're going to try an old tune here that I picked up from Moe's record a long time ago. Since nobody else has played it tonight, I thought on my way up here that everybody would come along and play it. They usually do, and this is the only one I know. But Frank and I are going to try this a little tune called Cannonball Rag.
Could you get on that microphone? Aren't you doing something for the Thumbpickers? Tell us a little bit about that. Come up this weekend. Aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, no, my house, once a year, I usually have all the Thumbpickers that I know and the guys that's played with me over the years in the band. You know, I had a band for 35 years and Frank was with me about 32 of it. Odell used to play with me a lot. And he's the big instigator of it. Years ago, when he'd come in from Nashville, he'd say, get a bunch of pickers together and we'll all pick. So I started calling them in at this much room, and now I ain't got no place to put them. But anyway, this Sunday is the day that they'll all be there. So if any of you folks would like, just come on out to my house and feel welcome. Bring your own chair. I've run out of seats.
Now, this comes down every year at the same time.
Every year,
Right.
usually the last Sunday in September every year.
Okay, I'm sure a lot of pickers will.
Be proud for any of you come that would care to. It's at out my home on Bradshaw Road in Hopkinsville.
Now, that's the truth, folks. You'll feel at home at Dean Francis' house. I've been there. They just have a big old rump stomping back down there.
Yeah.
Rain or shine.
That's right.
I've seen a pig out there in the rain.
That's right.
Yes. Well, Dean, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I'm sure all these folks will be there Sunday for a chicken dinner. Well, here's our last but not least thumb picker for tonight. Now, here's what we're going to do. Well, I'm going to let this picker pick, and then we're going to tell you what we're going to do, okay? Put your hands together, make welcome to Russellville, Kentucky, Mr. Curtis Maker.
Tell you what, there's been so many great pickers here tonight that, and then there's a lot that's been going on to be with the Lord. I was going to play a tune called Classical Gas, but I just felt like I should play a Christian song. It's an old Christian song. It could be thumb picked out pretty good if somebody knew how to do it. That's entitled Will the Circle Be Unbroken? I was standing by my window on the old man's carry my mother away. That circle will be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home waiting in that sky, Lord, in the sky. Undertaker, reach my soul. For spotting, you are haunting, Lord, I hate to see her fall. That circle will be unbroken, by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home waiting in that sky, Lord, in the sky.
Curtis Maker. Where'd this kid come from? Curtis plays everything. I've never heard him play guitar, I don't think. Bob, grab you a microphone. Come on out here. We're going to talk about it. You can grab this one right here. Well, folks, that concludes our first show on the 88, fourth annual Thumbpickers tribute. And I think I'm sure we got all the pickers on that was on the list, Bob, and all of them picked one tune. We wish we would have had time for 2 tunes on this first show, but we just didn't, and it's been a couple hours, I think. So what are we going to do, Bob? We're going to take a 30-minute break and come back and see who wins this beautiful heritage guitar.
Right, I think that'd be great.
So Bob, tell the folks, tell
But she's flying fast. She can't see.
let me hear you say, make my day.
Make my day. I've never been a dirty girl. I'm a guitar picker. I can't fight. I have to work out my fingers, you know. I had one fight in my life, got off school when I was about 14. He kept picking on me for about a week. Got my dander up, and the principal caught us after the first lick and wore me out. And that ended my...
And your fighting days were over, right?
As far as fisticuffs, that was the last one.
No, we're not ready yet. Let's get all these people in here. We ain't got everybody in here. We got to get the cameraman going. Bring it on out in center stage out here, Marty. Let's make a big... We're on television, you know that? We like it. Yeah. Oh, you get on that microphone. And Bob, you get on this one here. Alrighty. Then, for all practical purposes, folks, we're back with you. Back with you for the 4th annual Thumbpickers Tribute Show. This is the second half, and a lot of the pickers, I don't think they've left. No, they wouldn't have left. They're probably scattered around here somewhere. Now, we're going to be drawing for the guitar, and we're going to get this part of it on this #1 tape. So if you folks would like a copy of that tape to take home with you, check with Vicki back here, and give us 3 or 4 weeks to get it put together for you. And you'll be glad to see it. You'll enjoy that. And let's see, what else I was going to say. We're going to do another set of the pickers, and some of the pickers don't want to pick on the second set. Well, when we call your name, you'll come up here. We'll just go on to the next one, right, Paul? That's right. Is that all right with you? Okay.
And everybody play 1 tune apiece.
1 tune apiece, and we'll call it a set by Friday night, Daysville, Kentucky. Well, there's all the pickers in the house.
There's some, I think they will eat over to the other side of the restaurant.
Somebody over the restaurant?
Nobody go in there and drag them in here. You're big enough to drag anybody.
Tell them we're going to give away the guitar, Odie.
Let's
get them all out of here. Big old thanks again, Bob Sexton, to Ren the Wall, and all the fine folks up at Heritage Guitar Company in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And everyone who wins this guitar gets to play it on this, they got to be the #1 picker back on the second set here. We can plug it up real quick, can't pour it down.
You bet.
Okay, you want to see him nervous? You want to see this picker nervous? You wait till he gets
I want you to
started.
play Flight of the Bumblebee.
Oh, yeah.
Get all the pickers out here. Keep stirring them up there, Marty. We got 23 names in there.
WD-40 right there.
A lot of pickers are getting out here. I'll kill a little time here, and we'll go over them again. Tom Owens from Gill, Tennessee. Larry Gilford from Birmingham, Alabama. Gary Wilson from Coachella, California. Ron Piper from Marshall, Missouri. Leo Ward from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Kim Abbott from Bryant, Alabama. Dave Stewart from Corinth, Mississippi. Al Riley from Gallatin, Kentucky. Eddie Pennington from Preston, Kentucky. Paul Mosley from Cleveland, Kentucky. Paul Yandell from Nashville. Michael Yandell from Nashville. Larry Stone from Centertown, Kentucky. Bob Saxon from Phillipsville, Tennessee. Alonzo Pennington from Princeton, Kentucky. Brian Holloway from Gallatin, Tennessee. Odell Martin Jr. from White House, Tennessee. Royce Morgan from Beechnut, Kentucky. Gail Mosley from Hopkinsville. Henry Van Warmer from St. Englewood, New Jersey. Gary Lambert from San Bernardino, California, Gene France and Frank Hudson from Hopkinsville, and Curtis Mabry from Russellville. All these were on the show tonight, and we appreciate it very much. And all of them did a great job, even though they were a little nervous. That's so strange. I've heard a lot of these guys pick, and I mean, they're just super good. But they come up here on the Thumbpickers night, and every one of them, you can see them a little bit nervous. So I tell you what, Pickers, I'm glad I'm doing what I do over here, and you guys are out here in center stage. Pickers. I think we're ready to go. Shut your eyes, honey child, just in case you can read. And let's draw for this Heritage $1,800 beautiful guitar.
All right, Granny, she got one.
No. Les Paul. No. Gary Wilson from Coachella, California.
Hey, wait a minute. 2 years in a row, California.
I can't believe this. This got to be the luckiest guy.
Same guy away last year?
Yes. Yes.
Let's check these names.
Gary Wilson, where are you?
Gary Wilson. Come on.
Gary Wilson, the winner of this beautiful Heritage. Stand by.
Gary Wilson, get up here, you rascal. You folks out looking.
Hey, he got his lump instead of coming up.
There'll be a slight tax, Kentucky state tax on this, which comes to $1,670.
While Gary's getting up here, folks, I'd like for you to give a hand to this little lady right here that worked so hard to help us put all this together. This is our general manager right here, and she certainly deserves a nice applause. How about a nice hand for Miss Marty Rager? Thank you, Marty. Come on out of here, Gary Wilson. Come on out of here, Gary Wilson. That's your name, Gary Wilson.
Hold it up, Gary.
Gary, what would you like to say to your fellow Thumbpickers?
Well, that's the stupidest question in the world. I can't say anything, of course. I'm gonna get a song. All I can say is, thank you so much for that. I'll talk to you in about 5 seconds.
Libby, if he wins it next year, we're not going to let him come back.
Incredible, Paul. Incredible. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I want a big old hand for Mr. Gary Wilson. Gary's name was in the barrel just like everybody else, so if you didn't win, which you didn't because Gary didn't win, then don't get discouraged. Maybe you'll win it two years in a row, starting next year. But I tell you what, that's hard to believe. Yeah, let's get Gary out here. Let's sit him down. Let's set Gary down and get him to pick one, and then we're going to start with some more pickers. Again, we'd like to thank Mr. Randall Wall and all the fine folks at Heritage Guitar Company in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Randall, big old thanks to you, bud. Thank you, Tom. Mr. Tom Owens from Gill, Tennessee. Our next picker, number 2, Mr. Larry Gilmore from Birmingham, Alabama. How about another nice round of applause for Larry.
I played a slow and or fast one. I still make the same number of mistakes. So I think I'll try for the fast one. And increase the difficulty, like Paul said. But I think there is a lot of pressure up here with all these great pickers, and I certainly have enjoyed getting to pick with all of these fellas that I've met over the last 30 months. I'm going to try and do a little bit of walking the strength.
Trying to impress us with his talent, and he sure is doing a good job. All right, number 3 is, Ron Piper's next. Gary Wilson, he's the one who won the guitar, and he's already picked, so we're going to slide on by him, and Ron Piper and then Leo Ward will be next. And I don't mean to be rude, ladies and gentlemen, but it's really hard to play when, if you can hear people talking up here, you can't concentrate. So if you're going to talk to someone, if you can talk low, then it will help the musicians, and I appreciate it. Thank you. gentlemen. I'll see you Sunday down there in your backyard.
All right, well, we'll look for you.
Have me good to have you here, fellas.
Wish we could stay all night.
Well, I know how it is, but we've already rented your room, so you'll have to go home. Well, let's see, Leo Ward's right here. Ken Abbott here? Yeah. All right. Let's see, after Ken will be I'll get it right in a minute, Dave Stewart. So Dave, you be prepared to leap into the breach here. We want to move right along where everybody can go home and go to bed. Some of us have a long way to drive. He's tuning up his guitar. It's an old Chinese custom called tuning. I just tell him I'm not responsible for everybody last time. On the heritage guitar. Coming out. Well, Dave Stewart's next. Coming out of chute number 4. And my old buddy Eddie Pennington is going second after.
My old buddy Eddie Pennington.
Dave got a country gentleman there, friends. Let me tell you. That's a 1960 single cutaway country gentleman. It's one of the most expensive guitars that used guitars you could buy. They sell anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500 at George Brumm's.
We're going to do a couple ways of river, which is one that talk right in the line. Other ways of river, which if you get lost, you're lost all the way through. One more time.
that fella up there, and that shirt reminds me of that shirt that, what was that sidekick that used to be in the movies with the Gene Autry? Smiley Burnett. Nobody thinks Smiley Burnett shirt in. Eddie's one of my favorite guitar members. They talk about people who play like Merle Travis. Barber was one of them. It's one thing to play like somebody when you take somebody's tune, like Merle had a tune, and you get the record and you learn to play and you copy that tune down. It's one thing to play that, but when you play everything you play and sound like Travis or whoever, that's a little different story. Eddie is one of those people that every time he plays something, he sounds like Merle. It doesn't make a difference whether it's something that he arranged or what. And he's really a great guitar player.
Thank you for that, Mr. Young. I'll tell you what, maybe I'll be a little bit less nervous this time, I don't know. It sure does inspire me to see all these young fellas out here, Odie and Michael Yangle. I don't know if everybody realizes or not, that boy didn't start till February this year, and I believe he's 27 now. I think that's a great accomplishment right there. And that inspires me, the fact to see a guy come on and do that. I was one of the young players. I'm 22, I'm just a little younger than somebody. I'm going to see if I can play a Merle Travis song now without messing it up. I went to Nashville this summer, but I got my throat cut down there, so I had to come back home. A little bit of Merle's Blue Smoke.
entrance music or anything. And after Mr. Paul, we got this fine Paul Handel picker here on that beautiful guitar. Yep. And we're glad that his mom could be with us tonight.
I don't mean to butt in here, Bob. That's as close as you'll ever hear anybody play to Merle Travis. I'm telling you, Eddie, he's won it 2 or 3 times on Arkansas. I don't know all the details. They have a Merle Travis speaking contest over every year, and he's won that 2 or 3 times and deservedly so. So I wish I could play like Merle. I mean, that was great.
Thank you, Brother Paul. Well, background is just a minute. While y'all getting set up, we got a beautiful little girl here, a blonde-headed little lady that's lost her man. So if mom's around, probably come claim this. We don't give away a guitar. And we don't. Okay, let's take care of it. Okay, here's Mr. Paul Mosley.
A little tune called Hidden Shore.
Thumbpicker that's come out this evening, come long distance, made a lot of effort to be here, and have just done super and been a great part of all this. And we're honoring Mr. Mosley, Merle Travis, Owen Bill Martin, Joe, and we'll say Joe and Rosa made this because they always work together by minutes, so why not? And we're so honored to have them. Always support. God bless them. And let's see, we got Mr. Bob Barber, we got his lovely wife with us too. We just appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you so much. And Mr. Paul Andale is ready now and says, "Hush, Bob."
Oh, thank you, Bob. Thank you. Well, I'm not going to, I said everything I need to say the first time. Excuse me. This will be my last tune, and then Michael's going to come up, we're going to play one. I really had a great time this year, and I hope everybody else did. And we're all trying to make this a big thing. And who knows what it might lead up to and turn out to be if everybody supports it. So if you like what we've done this year, well, we'd like for you to tell everybody. And if you didn't like it, just don't say anything. But I'll see you here next year. The good Lord willing. I'm going to tell you gonna play a tune I like to play called After You're Gone. Are you on there, John? Check your volume stuff. Michael's going to play, and I'm going to try to help him out. I've been working on the guitar, and he certainly has, friend.
Thank you very much. All right, let's see what we got. Who we got coming up here. It's been a long day. Mr. Larry Stone, I believe, is back over there. Mr. Larry. Let's see what. Oh, that's me. I don't know.
All right, let's see. Larry Stone is from Center Town, Kentucky. Put your hands together, make it welcome.
I'm going to attempt a song that I guess you'd say I wrote it, and I call it Serenity.
And folks, this heritage guitar sitting up here, Joe, like to pick it? Bob's been playing for a month or two, but Lynn Wall brought it down and said, Bob, show it off. And believe me, Bob has shown that guitar off. It's a nice one. Well, we got old Bob Pence up back out on center stage. Bob helped us put all this together. We appreciate it a bunch, Bob, and what are you going to pick for us this time?
I think we'll do one that Mr. Dr. Larry Kilgore played out in the contest there. One of the numbers he did. And it's one of my favorites because Uncle Merle Travis used to ask me to pick this for him, and I'll tell you, the cat that you adore so much and everything makes you a little nervous. But it's called Goodbye Bluebell.
A nice hand for Mr. Bob's house.
Yeah.
Bob Saxon of Villageville, Tennessee. Okay, we got the youngest of them all. Sitting right over there, ready to come up. Put your hands together, make him welcome from Princeton, Kentucky, Mr. Alonzo Pennington. Drive you with us? Flag airplane? Well, you don't have an airplane? You have a good view on the Libby?
No.
You will, Well, he wants to sing this time. He wants to sing. I'm getting him all set up for the guitar picker.
This was one lately that I asked Miss Grandpa Jones for the words to it. I wasn't learning. Also, I went and learned, but Alonzo learned it better than I did. I went down and had that throat surgery. They thought it helped my singing. They thought I wouldn't be able to sing anymore, but I proved them wrong.
What's the name of this song?
Called Baby O.
Sing right into it.
Now I got there and froze to death, big monster, no baby spread. I took a big drink and said, bye darling, if you don't mind, I'll stick in my car. Let's go and make a big blow, no girl that shame. Shivered and shook with the busted toe, wish I slept with a baby. Morning came, I took me a look, heard some say, such castle. Standing on frozen straws, prettiest girl in Arkansas. I looked at her and she looked at me, said, young lady, who might you be? I said, my name is Mary Jo, at the old man calls me the baby o. Life was golden, the wind did blow, smoke rolled out of Shenandoah. Shivered and shook with the frosted toe, wish I slept with the baby o. She looked at the counter, window shack, had a big breast on razorback. Said by far and thought my tongue, couldn't keep her looking at the baby. When I started living, she came to me and said, what could your title be? I took her hand and told her I'm the fool that slept in the barn last night.
I think they want to hear just one more of that. Something about that food that's slipping in the barn last night. I think they want to hear that part. Isn't that something? That's what it's all about, folks. Alonzo Pennington. Do anything you want to, Eddie. Tell me anything you want to. Stars like this don't come this way every day. Every day. Daysville, Kentucky, population 32. Now.
I'm gonna do an old Travis song called Dark as a Dungeon.
All right. Mr. Alonzo Pennington. Well, Lonzo, I tell you what, I got the job for driving that bus now, okay? But I'm put in for it.
Bus driver.
Let's get, from Gallatin, Tennessee, Mr. Brian Holloway. Brian? Are you here? Brian Holloway from Gallatin, Tennessee. You want to pick one more? He's gone? All right, okay, let's move on down to Odell Martin Jr., White House, Tennessee. Here he is right here. What a nice answer, already. And then we got Royce Morgan and Gail Mosley coming up right behind Cody.
Yeah, let's go.
Get up here. I'm doing your job. We're gonna fire you.
Billy, what you gonna play there, buddy?
Little tune I call the road.
That's good. How about another nice answer? Lodi, Martin. The old roller skate song. I used to love to hear Odell play that. And I tell you what, he's getting close. Keep it up, Billy. Thank you, buddy. Okay, let's see. Royce Morgan from Beachmont, Kentucky. Royce, you still in the house? Royce Morgan. Fine guitar player. Please gone. All right, let's move on down to Gail Mosley. Gail, still here?
Go.
Gail had to go. All right. Let's turn the sheet over. Number 20. Henry Van Marr from St. Englewood, New Jersey. Here he is.
there again sometime real soon. Especially meeting all the good people and just being among good friends, you know what I mean? I don't want to change the way the show's been going. And I love thumbpicking, and thumbpicking is my life. And I also believe in just plain old good guitar picking. And I'm just going to do something maybe a teeny weeny bit different. Certain people here might understand what I'm saying. Little tune called the Sugarfoot Rag. And I gotta learn to stay away from this microphone. It's the second time now. Goes like this. Thank you, Gary Lambert, for coming.
Good job, man. Thank you. Well, this fellow's already up here. Boy, that was good. He can't make too many trips on the stage. Got a broken foot there. But it's getting better right here.
Yeah, I'll be able to walk.
You want to talk on this microphone there? Or?
I will be able to walk in a couple of weeks. I'm going into therapy next week, and he said it's going to work.
Well, you do a fine job. Don't affect picking anyhow on a nice hand. This is Gary Lambert. Can't burn any others, California. moving on, let's be here tonight. I had one event about a year ago, broke a foot. I know how you feel here. They are a lot of fun. Well, folks, that concludes our picking, except I'm not a picker. But I promised somebody I'd do them a song. I'm going to write a song. And Mr. Mose Rigger's daughter, back here somewhere. At least he said right over there. So you want to hear this old song, so I'll do it for you. And then we'll be closing her out. Hope everybody's having a good time tonight, have you? Again, we'd like to thank all of our contributors being on stage. You traveled a long ways, and we appreciate that very much. So remember, the 4th Friday night in September, the Thumbpickers tribute show here in Maysville. So we do this especially for Moses' daughter right back here. It's called All Around the Wanna Take. All around the water tank, waiting for a train. 1,000 miles away from home, sleeping in the rain. I walked up to a brakeman just to give him a line of talk. He said, if you got money, son, I'll see that you don't walk. Well, I haven't got a nickel, not a penny can I show. Get off, you're a road bum, and he slammed the box car door. I daily now, the wide open spaces all around me, the moon and stars up above. Now nobody seems to want me, or lend me a helping hand. I'm on my way from Frisco, going back to Dixieland. Now my pocketbook is empty, and my heart is full of pain. For a train. This fellow right here, a man of mine tonight, you know, all the way from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, right?
Gotta be from somewhere.
Gotta be from somewhere. Spent the night here in Daysville. Good day. Let's see, what can we do? Let me see. Let me think here just a minute.
I remember the year Clinton singing. Uh-oh, somebody knows it. There you go, Bill.
You want to hear that, Bobby?
Yeah.
All right. Bobby, you want to kick it? Or I'll kick it. Time to take it off. I remember the year the Cleveland lady died. They said for the last 2 weeks that he suffered his pride. He made a big impression on me, although I was a barefoot kid. They said he got religion at the end, and I'm glad that he did. Well, Clayton was the best guitar picker in our town. I thought he was a hero, and I used to follow Clayton around. And I often wondered why Clayton, who seemed so good to me, never took his guitar and laid it down in Tennessee. Well, Daddy said he drank a lot, but I could never understand. I knew he used to pick in Ohio with a 5-piece band. And Clayton used to tell me, son, you better put that old guitar away. There ain't no money in it that leads you to an early grave. Pick one, Tom. Oh, nice apple. It's about well, I guess about it later, Clayton taught me how to drink booze. I can see him hands stone now, picking up the lovesick blues. When Clayton died, I made him a promise I was gonna carry on somehow. I'd give $100 if I could only see him now. Yeah, I remember the year the Clayton lady died. Nobody ever knew it, but I went out in the woods and I cried. Now I know there's a lot of preachers that know more than I do, but it could be that the good Lord likes a little picking too. Yeah, I remember the year the Cleveland lady died. Very good. Thanks very much. That was so kind. Thank you so very much. And thank you all for coming. Let's get Paul out here, Bob, and maybe they got a few words to say to you. And think about the microphone there, Paul. What do you mean, just good night?
I'm sleepy. I gotta leave for Georgia in the morning at 8 o'clock.
Is that right? Where are you picking that down there?
Gainesville, Georgia.
Oh, okay. Well, Bob, anything?
Well, I hope I covered everything on how much we appreciate each and every one, all the Thumbpickers, all the relatives, all the ones, great Thumbpickers that we're here to honor tonight and have honored. And it's just been a great blessing to see each and every one. And we hope to even be bigger and better next year. And thank you and God bless you.
And may the good Lord take a liking to you.
Could be added to what John's already said, except Eddie Pennington is 1/3 of an act up here, possibly the smaller end of the third. These little guys here are really going to turn you on. I've seen a lot of acts in my time in a lot of places, but I've never seen anything to compare with these little guys. Of course, the old man, he does the best he can, and it's just possible that you might enjoy some of the picking that he does, because he does pick his pieces. With that, I'm going to get out of the way and let Eddie get busy. all glad to be up here at your Autumn Fest this time. Everybody around home, I was telling them about us coming up here last year and getting rained out, and told them we was coming back today and all that rain we had yesterday. They want y'all to bring this thing down home next year about the 1st of July, because that's about the time we have our dry weather. But it looks like we're going to have a pretty afternoon now. We did call about Grandpa Jones this morning, and he may get out of the hospital today. They wasn't sure, but he was quite a bit better, so he's sorry he couldn't be here and all. But anyhow, we're going to do the best we can do for you know. I think we're going to start off here. This is my daughter Rosebud, and she's 4 years old. She's a fiddler and singer and a dancer. And this is Lonzo Pennington. He's 8 years old. He's single.
That's true.
and a fiddler and a guitar picker. He picked last night at the big Thumbpickers tribute over at Daysville, Kentucky. Youngest picker there. And forgot to bring his guitar up here, so he's going to have a hard time picking for you all. But anyhow, we'll start off with one called Roll My Sweet Baby's Arms. Rosebud, how about you doing a pretty little tune for the people? Now, you want to say that one? All right. What do you want to do right now, then? Huh? Up jump the devil.
Well, I sure hope he don't jump up.
Do a little breakdown for him, Lonzo. Rosebud may claws off a little on this one. Called Up Jump the Devil. As I do say, we are glad to be back to Cynthiana this year, and we are appreciating the pretty afternoon. Got good and cool. Couldn't ask for an air-conditioned day any better than what's been. Now, all of you people up here know this fella out here, this deer hunter with this, well, I see several deer hunters up here. Season's earlier up here than it is at home. We're up in Kentucky. I see several deer hunters out here. That back there on the third row back is a friend of mine, and I've tried to learn some of the stuff he's been showing around up here on the guitar and all, and hadn't picked it all up, but He had a brother who was a whole lot of influence on me, Mr. Merle Travis. That was one of my main idols, you know. And so before it's over, I'm going to do a little Merle Travis stuff for you. Right now, we're going to let the kids do a little bit more.
Rocky Top.
So they want to do Rocky Top?
I wish that I was on a Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone bills. Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, half fair, the other half cat. Wild as a mean but sweet as soda pop, I still dream about that. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Once two strangers climbed on Rocky Top, looking for a moonshine still. Strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, reckon they never will. A Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. I'm so tired of cramped up city life, stuck like a duck in a pen. And I know it's a pity life will be simple again. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. The other night, we went down to Daysville, Kentucky. I started picking songs. I ain't done much picking. I might do a little for you tonight if my dad let me use his guitar, because I forgot mine. Well, we'll let it over to my dad now. He's going to do a few.
This moist air makes them tune a lot more. If I ever get that thing in place, I'll weld it there. Let me pick you one here to start off with, an Merle Travis tune. Mr. John and John Matzel picks like called a Cannonball Rag. I'll stumble through a little of it. I enjoy picking these Travis things and all. Every year out in Mountain View, Arkansas, a bunch of us all get together at the annual Merle Travis tribute they have every last weekend in May. And I was fortunate enough to get to win a couple of times, and I got to be a judge this year. Now, I tell you, I had some tough competition. This old boy on the front row here gave me a rough round last year. Let me see if I can do an old tune Merle used to do that I like to do a lot. Not much of a singer. I went to Nashville about a month ago, and they cut my throat down there. That's serious. They're in Vanderbilt Hospital. They thought they'd help my singing, but they didn't. I still can sing. Here's one called That's All. I'll dedicate this to Brother John and all the ministers here, because I'm an undertaker. Preachers give us undertakers a hard way to go. Well, I was in the back of a funeral the other day, and I don't know what that preacher meant for sure, but we was all standing there ready for it to be over, and all of a sudden he jumped up and he said, there won't be no undertakers in heaven. I ain't figured out what he meant yet, so I'll sing this song of the preacher. Some people go to school to learn how to teach. Others go to school trying to learn how to preach. Now if you can't preach without going to school, you ain't a preacher, you are an educated fool, and that's all. That's all. You better change your way of living for the good Lord's sake, that's all. Now here's the part I like. Now feller I know, now he's a miser man. Keeps trying to get all the money that he can. Now when that undertaker lays that man down, where's he gonna spend that money? Under the ground, and that's all. That's all. You better change your way of living for the good Lord's sake, that's all. Let me get that picture. I want that right. Now see if this part ain't true. Now man comes from monkeys, so some people say. The good book don't quite tell it that way. Now if you believe them monkey tales, a lot of people do, I'd rather be that monkey brother than you, and that's all. That's all. You better change your way of living for the good Lord's sake, that's all. I'm gonna pick now. My little song is finished, and my little song is through. I didn't necessarily mean to sing a song to you. And if you don't like the way this little song goes, I'd rather be stomping on your toes. That's all. That's all. You better change your way of living for the good Lord's sake. That's all. That's all. I got my tongue hung around my teeth on two of them words. Let me play you another fast Merle Travis tune. Let me tell a story about this. This little song, a man sort of made this little song up. It went something like this. A man here named was John Travis, he sort of made that little tune up and all. So he had a brother that fooled with the guitar and all, and he added a little more to it, and here's what he come up with. My friend Tom Brash said that Merle originally called this song, what was it? Mabel, get out of the wheat field because you're going against the grain. But they thought that'd be too long to put on that little record. When they cut that hole out of it, So anyhow, they tried another name. They called it Blue Smoke. Let's see if we can do it. That's the way you showed me. I told you I'd remember that. You didn't think I would, but I did. I'm going to switch guitars again and get the kids to do a little bit more before everybody else leaves. What's the name of this rosebud? Oh. She seen a little boy out there. She's grinning at like she's a little bashful. You did, didn't you? Oh, that was a pony's what you had you grinning, wasn't it? Would you rather be back there riding the ponies than up here playing music? Yeah. I think do one they call the Cabbage Head Man or Come Here Little Wifey or something like that, an old folk tune. The Good Man, that's... Here it comes anyhow.
I came home the other night as drunk as I could be. I found a horse standing in the stable where my horse ought to be. Come here, little wifey, and explain this thing to me. How come my horse is standing in the stable where my horse ought to be?
Oh, you fool, you crazy fool, ain't it plain to see? That is all your milk cow, my mama said to me.
I've been around this whole wide world a dozen times or more, but down on the milk cow I ain't never seen before.
a porridge fertile, Rosebud? They don't know either.
It's a big spoon.
Oh!
I've been around this whole wide world a dozen times or more, but triggers on a porridge fertile I ain't never seen before. Come here, little lumpy, and explain this thing to me. How come my head laying on a pillow where my head ought to be?
Oh, you fool, you crazy fool, ain't it plain to see? That is all your cabbage and my mama said to me.
I've been around this whole wide world a dozen times or more, but a mustache on a cabbage head ain't never seen before.
Now while she's warmed up, let's get Rosebud to sing I'm a Child of God for you. This is a pretty little song. Look at your mic there. Here's a tune that Lonzo done for the band that wrote it when we was out in Mountain View. We met a little old fella by the name of Mr. Jimmy Driftwood. And he wrote this song, I guess back in the 1930s or sometime. And Johnny Horton had a big record on it a little later on. This one. Now what's it called, Lonzo?
The Battle of New Orleans. Well, in 1814, we took a little trip along with General Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans. We fought the bloody British in the town of New Orleans. We fired our guns, but the British kept coming. There wasn't not many as it was a while ago. Fired once more, and they began running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We looked down the river and we see the British come. There must have been 100 of them beating on the drum. Steps all line and made the people sing. We stood beside our cotton beds, didn't say a thing. We fired our guns, but the British kept running. Wasn't not many as it was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Old Lickery said we could take them by surprise. If we didn't fire muscles, we could take them in the eyes. We held our fire till we see their faces well. So we opened up their skull guns, nearly got them up. We fired our guns, but the British kept coming. Wasn't not many as it was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. We fired our cannon till the barrel melted down. So we grabbed an alligator and we thought another wreck. We filled his head with cannonballs and powdered his behind. When we set the powder off, the gator lost his mind. We fired our guns, but the British kept coming. There wasn't not many as it was a while ago. Fired once more and they began running down the Mississippi Gulf of Mexico.
Lonzo and Rosebud have been taking Suzuki violin lessons. Of course, I play a little country fiddle, old-time breakdown fiddle, so I taught them all these old tunes, but I'm going to get Rosebud to get her fiddle out and fiddle a little tune for you. But where they're not getting paid, they don't want to work too good. I used to get invited places to play, but now they want me to just bring the kids and come along. So we'll let you play if you bring the kids. Well, they had promised you all that Grandpa Jones is going to be here today. So, we got the next thing to him. We got old Uncle Nort. He's sawed off and short.
And I'm 4'2". And especially Grandpa Jones on the end.
And he left Grandpa. You know, Grandpa Jones is always talking about. So they used to take off to go somewhere to do a show or something, and they'd get about halfway there, and he'd holler, "Oh, I left Grandpa." That was his bag of stuff that he fixed up all his wrinkles and his mustache and everything, so I'd have to turn around and go back. Well, we left part of Grandpa home. We left our hat at home today. So y'all just have to take it without the hat. Here's one of Grandpa's big ones, Mountain Dew.
He thought that I would just be selling a quarter that could old Mountain Dew. Oh, my brother! The guy still on the hill where he ran off a gallon or two. Something in the sky, just a black bag of fire. Never make it on Mountain Dew.
doing Grandpa Jones things, let's get Lonzo to do one of Grandpa's pieces. This is one that I got to work in Grandpa. I was going to learn to do it and all, and I started learning, but Lonzo took it away from me. He said he done better on than I did. One called the Baby-O.
I went down to Riggsville town with no man, his name was Brown. He said, you can stay in my shady home, but you'll have to sleep with the Baby-O. When I got there, I was froze to death. I didn't want to smell no baby breath. So I took a big drink and I said, by darn, if you don't mind, I'll sleep in the barn. The night was cold and the wind did blow, smoke rolled out.